All right.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who were well. And salutation, much love to you, Akim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. And shalom as well to the men, women, and children learning in truth and sincerity. All right. Worshiping Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. And we're the brothers from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another lesson. Lord's will is going to be edifying. We're just going to go in the spirit. How about you now, Shai? Go ahead, though, brother.
So let's start at the book of Amos. Book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6. Amos 3 and 6 says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?"
Yep, and that's well, let me get a quick precept before you continue to read, because it said, read that again, Baba Shaw, just that the same thing you just read.
Amos 3 and 6. "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?"
Right, this is Isaiah 58 and 1. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression in the house of Jacob their sin." So that trumpet that's being blown in the city is the prophets of the Lord, which are speaking the words of Yahweh Shemi outside, warning you, or it says showing you your transgression and your and the house of Jacob your sins. So that's why the judgment comes upon Israel. That's why the horn is being blown to warn you of the impending doom. Or in the ancient world, the watchman would be on a tower. They blow the trumpet when they seen an enemy coming to warn the people, give them a heads up. Hey, get ready, everybody to the battle stations, so on and so forth. In this case, is to warn you of the wrath of the Lord that's coming. And so you have that time instead of getting ready for the battle that's coming, which really is still a battle, but to repent and to come back to the Lord so that you may be what's the word? Pardoned or excused, so to say, from his wrath. Okay, so that's the trumpet that's being blown. You're not the Lord ain't gonna come one in the middle of the night one day and wake you up and tell you, hey, wake up. Hey, I got something. No, it's the prophets of the Lord, the ones that you mock and scoff at, the ones that you walk by and hiss your fan your hands at.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, though.
Right. I'll read that again. It says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?" And the funny thing is, you people aren't afraid. You people out here just continuing life like shit ain't really happening. Like this, like the world ain't really falling apart. Like this shit ain't really falling apart right before your eyes. Like war isn't really happening on the other side of the earth. Like these other nations ain't looking at America like like America's the enemy right now. You should be afraid. We're giving you the warning from the Heavenly Father that, hey, this is the time of troubles is at hand. Okay, we told you about the inflation, starting with the apostles, that it's going to turn to hyperinflation, and it's looking like it's going to turn into hyperinflation. Okay, it's looking like that. Okay, and when that happens, it's going to be what? Famines. You ain't going to be able to eat and feed your children. This is the time of trouble that's coming upon the earth, and it's going to get a lot worse than that. And then it says after that, "Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?" So the shit that's about to happen to you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we'll just talk about you because we already know the so-called white men, these different nations, they're gonna get theirs. Okay, but you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, you've been on the bottom of the barrel, since the inception of the United States, and you still don't get it. So the Lord is about to bring this heavy trouble and affliction upon you that you have never before seen before since the beginning of this nation. And it's about to come upon you in concentration.
Yep. Like a thief in the night, the Lord's coming back. All right, right. to this simple of our people, because we're watching. We're waiting for the master to return. Because our scriptures say, as soon as he knocketh, you open up. Shit, we waiting. It's like, hey, see, you see, I just did a knock. I did a knock on the wall. And the dogs instantly bark. You know what I'm saying? You got to be instant.
Yes.
Hey, calm down. See, but hey, that's the point. Man, you got to be, as soon as the master of the home come and knock on the door, you got to be there to open. So that's the spirit. And like, I think who was it? I think Apostle Bar did a video today, or maybe it was yesterday. He was going in on that we're those good dogs, man.
Right.
A dog was waiting on his master, a hand and foot, so to say, as the saying goes, for the master to come home, to get that attention, to get the love, to get the eat, and that's a dog's purpose solely is to please their master. That's us, man. You see how I just knocked on the wall here, and you hear my dogs instantly go to work. You know what I'm saying? Because they wasn't barking because I knocked on the wall. They're barking to alert me of danger,
Right.
even if it wasn't nobody at the door. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, brother.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 56:10. It says, his watchmen are blind.
Yep.
Okay. So talking about you false prophets, you false apostles out there. Okay. It says his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain and for his quarter. And they're dumb dogs. The point being that that because we were just talking about the trumpet being blown. Who's blowing that trumpet? You know, okay. You got to ask yourself that. Okay, we just explained what the trumpet is. Who's blowing that trumpet? The brother read Isaiah 50. Was it Isaiah 58?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cry ye spare not. Lift up your voice as a trumpet. Okay, he's talking to the prophets. We're lifting our voice up as a trumpet, blowing the trumpet, warning you of the impending doom that's headed our way. Okay, and if you want that covering, then hey, you better start taking heed. But if this so-called watchmen out there that are not telling you about what's about to happen out here, they actually telling the opposite. Oh, there's not going to be any Jacob's trouble. Okay, they telling you to basically be confederate with the so-called white man, basically telling you that without telling you it. Okay, when the so-called white man is the Egyptian, the modern day Egyptian, and we already know what happened to the past Egyptian. They got taken out of power. They was through. So you want to be through with this place?
Real quick, the scripture talk about a living dog is better than a dead lion. You know, hey, a dog is to protect you, man, and warn you of impeding. And a dog will give you that little bit of second that might save your life. You know, protecting you. He'll die for you. A dog will die for you, man. You might treat it like shit. You might not feed it for 2 days, and the dog will still die for you. Ain't that something? And which is the name of Caleb, which means goes into loyal. You know,
all heart, or something like along those lines. Yeah, loyal. What you call it?
Dogs are associated with being loyal. You know. That's why. So when women call you a dog, hey, that's a good thing. Oh, you nothing but a dog. Oh shit, thank you. as far as I know, dogs are loyal as hell. Shit.
Those are the best, man. My neighbor got dogs. And, every now and then I come home, the dogs be outside, and they wait for me to go over there and pet them and everything. And everything they loyal, and they'll sit there and they brother say you feed it and do. You might even beat it, but guess what? The dog will still be loyal to you and wait for you. Or hand and foot. Say the owner, the master die. Okay, not to go off topic, but say the master die. Okay, there's occasions and accounts. You can look at it on YouTube where the dog sitting by the grave. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we are to our Heavenly Father. That's how we are to Yahweh Shai.
To our master. No, because that's how the dog look at their master in high regards, and they willing to die for him. Hey. Well, that's how the same spirit you're supposed to be in for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Because the scripture talks about all the parables the Lord gave was always a master of the house did this, master of the house did that. Well, you're supposed to be the dog or the servant, which a dog is a servant, But go ahead, though, brother. Because that was spiritual. He was going in on watchmen and warning the people. And I did the little thing on the wall, knock on the wall, and the dogs let you know what you're supposed to be doing, man. But go ahead.
Boom. This is Mark 13 and 33. Mark 13 and 33. This is Yahweh Shai's words. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. For the Son of Man is a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants, and to everyone and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch. And then it says, so again.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you can break it out.
I was gonna say that the watching, the servants of the house supposed to be watching. They're supposed to be tending to everything or making sure everything. Well, that servant, the top servant, because there's servants that have servants,
right?
Be the top servant, but you're supposed to be watching, literally and figuratively. But you're supposed to be making sure everything's running smooth, making sure no danger's coming. You're supposed to keep you become the master of the house. Okay, so to say, because now all those roles are falling into your hands, and now because you're gonna the master of the house when he come back, he gonna hold you accountable. He not gonna hold the Joe Schmo out there in the field plowing accountable for why everything ain't being upkept. He gonna hold you accountable because that's what the master of the house put it in your hands. You know, he gave you the talent, so to say. And the same thing with with being the watchman. That really that's the most important position of the military, so to say, of the city's military, watching. Because how the military gonna get ready if the watchmen don't alert them? It all goes downhill if the watchmen don't do nothing. If you're not warning the people, the fuck. But yeah, anyway, hey, it starts with the watchman, man, because everybody gets on the same page once the watchmen start blowing them trumpets, man, or that sound, playing that sound,
right?
Whether it's a trumpet or a horn, whatever the case may be. Go ahead, though.
Right. We'll read that again. Well, I'll read on. It says, verse 34. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at evening, at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning. So it can literally happen at any time. So we're in Yahushai's stead. Okay. He's trusting us down here to complete this task. All right. And if we don't complete it, then hey, there's a there's a what do you call it? There's a punishment for that. Okay. You say you don't say your boss or whatever, he leaves the shop to you. Okay. And then when he comes back, everything's all fucked up. Your ass is out of there. You're fired. Okay. But in this case here, it's not you getting fired. That's you getting destroyed. Okay. Completely, utterly obliterated. All right. And it says, watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at evening, at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning, lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping.
Suddenly. Right? See, the scriptures talk about him coming like a thief in the night. Mm-hmm. So you're supposed to be prepared. You're supposed to be ready. Because if he come home and find you sleeping, you ain't doing your job. What the fuck you doing sleeping? Shit. This ain't nap time, nigga. Get your ass up.
It ain't bedtime.
Hey, the scriptures talk about Romans, was that 13? It is night time to wake up out of sleep.
Right.
We're not talking about you can't sleep and Nah, man, we're talking about being awake to the truth, man. And we're not talking about being woke like this damn bullshit society tells you woke is. We're talking about being alive, that's the best way I can put it, being alive, man. Because all these people are dead. They're dead, walking around, the dry bones walking around. This is the where the city where the bodies gonna be in the streets. That right. Revelation 11.
Yep.
This is it. But what we're talking about, being alive and being attentive, being circumspect. All right, watching, because we know our master is going to come suddenly in a time that we don't know exactly, but we see those that are watching are understanding what time it is because of the signs the Lord gave us. Go ahead though.
Right.
Yeah, more on that.
Yeah. One last verse. It says, "And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch." So that's our duty, okay, to watch and warn. All right. We always talk. We always barking. All right. Mm-hmm. Put it like that. When it calls a dog. All right. We always barking. Steady barking. Yeah. Warning. This is the time because the master of the house is at this point is looking like he's coming back any day now. Maybe any hour now he's coming back. You turn on the news later today, there might be something crazy happening, which is going to lead us into the next state of prophecy and the next phase of prophecy. Okay, yep. Remember, we only have a few things left. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, the scriptures talk about giving them no rest, man. You're supposed to be that dog that the master got like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
You just be barking for no reason. For people that don't know, Chico's one of my dogs. Old ass dog, but hey, he's still on his watch, man. I give him that. He old as hell, about to give up the ghost, but hey, you think he's gonna give it up? But he's still here. And then he hear a noise, he barking, man. That's how you should be a nuisance at this point. If you're a man of the Lord, you should be a nuisance out here, man. in righteousness. If you get what I'm saying, you
course.
should, like the brother say, you should just be barking every day. You know, people are like, God damn, here comes this dog again barking. Every fucking day this dog is barking. Well, that's a good thing, though.
They'd be like, yo, here we go with that Bible again. Because some people, because they be just talking recklessly, and then sometimes you just gotta bring out a precept, like, or you gotta quote something, and then what do they be like? Oh, here we goes again. It's equivalent to them telling the dog to shut up. Okay, and we're not gonna shut up. Where's that at? Give them no rest. Isaiah.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Isaiah like 62 or something like that. Let me see if I can find that joint. I want to read it. Because this ain't the show. The enemy is on the ropes, bro.
Right. The ops, or as Jake like to say, the opposition, they don't take no rest. The devil don't take no rest. So what the hell are you doing? This goes out to those able-bodied men out there that may be watching this video. What in the hell are you doing? Esau clocking in 24/7. Satan going hard every day, all day, and your simple ass is at home chilling, eating hot Cheetos and fucking Frosted Flakes. Come on, man. Go ahead, though, brother.
Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. Okay, and Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So we're talking about who? The Israelites. And you could consider where we at right now, Jerusalem, because this is where the Israelites are. And even not really Jerusalem, but you get the picture.
People before it's a place. Yeah.
Right. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. So it says we're not going to hold our peace day or night. We're going to steadily be talking this. Like, that's all we talk. That's all we like talking about. Yeah, we like talking about different things in boxing, basketball, whatever. But that's
it's always going to lead back to the scriptures anyway.
Yeah, it always leads back to the props of the scriptures, to the Bible. To that's all we care about. That's the only thing we care about. Say we're talking to somebody in the world. I'm gonna read the next verse. But say we're talking to somebody in the world, and it happens to the conversation happens to go somewhere to spiritual, and the Bible comes up. You can't shut us up. All we do is keep talking. We quoting scriptures, bringing out the Bible, bringing out our phones, going. We love this. Like this.
And most likely they're gonna remove themselves from you because they don't want to hear it no more.
That dog's barking.
Yeah, exactly. Damn it! I gotta move. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing,
Yes.
If people don't want to be around you anymore because you're speaking righteousness, then so be it. But if people want to be around you because of wickedness, then that's a problem, Well, you should see it as a problem. People in the world want to continue to be around you because you being wicked, that's a problem. But there are some people in the world that will stick around because they love the spirit or whatever. But a lot of times, like the brother said, once that topic comes up, they're like, oh, here we go. Or I'll speak for myself. That dude, cool dude, Ephraimite dude I knew in the world. Our falling out was he was like, one day he was like, man, you think you know everything about the Bible? I'm like, hey, shit, well, what you got to say?
I know a lot more.
Where am I going off on? Where am I wrong at? So hey, but hey, I ain't spoke to him since. Shit, and so be it. You know what I'm saying? So be it. He not gonna give me salvation. Fuck him. And he was a real cool dude. Real, he never did me wrong or nothing like that. But hey, that was where the Lord drew the line when the nigga said that.
Yeah, you ain't part of this thing. So he wanted his servant away from that man. Okay. And the Lord does that. I'm gonna get back into it, but the Lord does that. You might have a good friend in the world, but when you come into this truth, then the Lord starts putting we call it fences, so to speak, in between you and these certain people. I don't want you around. I don't want you around these people no more. I want you separate. And then and then what ends up happening is they start talking shit about you for the names, because you basically you're hated for the namesake of the Lord. That's in the Bible. That's a blessing. Okay.
And real quick, if I may add, deep down inside, I can't say for sure, but I'm speculating that once them people get removed from you, they're like, man, I can't find nobody like this guy. He was such an upstanding citizen, not upstanding citizen, but he was a upstanding guy. He never did me wrong.
Yep.
Like they start really deep down inside, because there's a bond between men that you don't get with women. You know, just like which is even stronger with the brotherhood. But there's a bond between men, you know, that's understood. You know, you got to be a man to understand it. But there's a bond between men that once you lose that bond, you're like, damn, these niggas trying to get this from me. That dude's using me for that. And this guy was just cool. He was just always there for me. He didn't ever ask nothing. You know, he was never a nigga about it, so to say. So when we get removed from their lives, that is a void, so to say. But what? It's not a void for us if the Lord removes them, because we got the body, we got Yahweh Shem outside, so we don't miss them. But you know damn well them they be like, damn man, I wish that such and such is here. You know what I'm saying?
What ends up happening too is like, you know, after a while, then maybe a year or two pass by, and then you might get a inbox from your old friend or something. Now you know, want to invite you over for the party or the barbecue, some you know, whatever. Now he's trying to mend it, but without you know, that's usually what happens. But at the end of the day, you've already separated yourself from those people. Okay, so there's no really going back to it at the end of the day.
Right. What are we going to talk about? You already know what I'm going to come with. So
I'm going to go to the party.
Talk about scriptures, then we can talk.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the party, and then I'm going to see hot dogs and bacon on the. I'm going to say something. Shrimp on the barbie. I'm going to say something. Okay. Mm-hmm. I say. Then we talk about this back in the studio a couple years ago. Whatever we was at, or we was in the car driving in there. Mm-hmm. You still eating this shit? I'm barking again.
And that's the thing that you know, this how the video started. We were warning the people, you know, whether they want to hear, whether they want to forbear, you know. And sometimes, you know, who knows, you know, some of those people that never did us wrong, they might come around. Who knows? That's not our priority. We're not worried about that. If they come around, they come around. But our job is to warn the people. We're bargain, all right? Mm-hmm. We're not trying to be friends with everybody. That's the point. We're warning you about the plagues to come, man. These are some dark times we're living in. You don't notice what's going on in the world, what's going on here in America. It's gonna get worse. Go ahead, though, brother.
Verse 7, Isaiah 62, verse 7, and it says, "And give him no rest till he establish until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth." So it says. So again, it says, starting back at verse 6, "I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth." So we are supposed to continue to talk righteousness and move in righteousness and prophesy until Yahushua comes back and sets order upon the earth. So that could be any day now. That could be any month now. We don't know. It's soon. That's all we know. All we know is soon. And this is pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, where it says you have to measure the time diligently. When you start seeing shit like this, shit like that happen, then you know the Lord's about to come visit the earth, which he made. And now we're seeing all those signs right now, every single day. Okay, uproars of the people, earthquakes busting off everywhere, the famines, what do you call it? People,
uproars of people, famines, earthquakes,
sedition. Okay, earthquakes, all those things. We're seeing them.
It's like you got in Sri Lanka. I don't know if people have been watching that. These niggas is, bro. I was watching a video earlier of how they stormed the presidential place or whatever. Bro, these people had guardrails. It was about 10 of them or maybe more, but it was a whole mob. And on the other side of the gate, it was the police. They were trying to hold the doors closed. And bro, these people were using the guardrails to battle ram the doors. I was like, oh shit. That's how it's gonna be everywhere, bro. They're gonna very soon. You're gonna see. Remember the what was it? They keep hitting on it. It's all over the news still. January 6th.
Yeah, that's all over the news.
You should know what I'm talking about by that. So January 6th was the chaos in the Capitol, right? Bro, that's coming back in a bigger way, man. People gonna storm the Capitol. It's gonna get to the point where they're gonna storm the White House, bro. And it's gonna be so bad that they're not gonna be able to stop them, bro.
And you said Sri Lanka, the governor of Sri Lanka is telling the military, basically do whatever is necessary to restore order. In other words, exactly. And so, brothers mentioned in January 6th that something like that happens again and it gets out of hand. We got the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act. Which, if you read that, if you go through it, one of the things that's in there is saying that the military can use deadly force on citizens. Okay, so
you're a terrorist. You're a terrorist. You're attacking government grounds. You know,
Mm-hmm.
remember Washington D.C. is not America. Somebody, if you think D.C. is America, you've been lied to. That's a city state.
Right.
It's its own entity. So they operate on their own rules over there, man. Especially when it comes to invading those government buildings and shit like that. They didn't do it yet, but they will. They're gonna start killing people out there in them streets, man. That's what's gonna push this America over the edge when they start killing you niggas out there in them streets in Washington, man. DC. That's gonna push shit over the edge for the people, for the draconian measures. And you watch. You remember these words. You heard it here at Great Millstone first. There will be bodies dropping in DC, man, with these protests and all this, pro this and pro that and anti this. All right. You watch when they start letting that lead sliding on people. All right. Making niggas Swiss cheese out there. Mm-hmm. The nation will be in an uproar, bro. That's why they didn't do it in January 6th. Because it wasn't time for it yet, but it's coming. They're gonna start laying niggas out that come up against any capital officials or buildings. You know, look what's happening. Like brother just mentioned, what's happening in Sri Lanka. Matter of fact, they're in a national emergency or whatever, a state of emergency. Because this is nothing but it's sedition. That's what the scriptures talk about. That's how we know we had uproars of the people, man.
And not to mention that they're starving out there. Those people are starving out there. Their government has been their whole society has been in shambles ever since like 04 when that damn tsunami hit them back in the day. I mean, it's always been bad over there. And then you got places like Yemen, all these different places. There's nothing but bad news. And then you got you fat ass Americans over here thinking everything's sweet. Well, we telling you it's not. You think it's bad over there? Wait till it happens over here. We say that in every lesson. You think it's bad over there? Wait till it comes over here, because you people don't know affliction. You don't know hardship. And when you just jettisoned into poverty overnight, you're not gonna know how to act, especially when the lights turn off or something like that, or you got somebody on dialysis, you got all these medications everywhere. Now you can't get your medications. We told you, okay, it's gonna be bad. You might die. You might get deadly sick. Somebody in your family might die because of that.
That's right. And that's the plagues. You finished that, because we can go into that. Now, shit, because that lead up perfectly, because this is what's happening. Just like in ancient Egypt, it got worse and worse for the Egyptians. They're like, fuck, the scriptures specifically talk about the Pharaoh, but imagine what the people were going through. The Egyptians were going through. Right. They were catching the hell, man. Pharaoh was catching hell, but how much more the people? And this is what's about to go down again. You think Biden is gonna be catching hell with you fucking losers out here? He gonna catch hell, but not like you losers will. It's gonna be all hell out here. It's gonna be all time of the night.
And you're gonna have no comfort, bro. We're telling you. I'm gonna read this. Yeah. So boom, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17. We're gonna start at the top and just read through this mug. It says, "For great are thy judgments," and this is all right. So we're going into basically, how can I put it? It's like the terror of the Egyptians. All right, at night. That night. So I'm gonna read it.
Passover, the night of the Passover, when Israel, well, not that night, but in the morning, that day, so to say, when the sun came up, they left. Okay, they was out of there. And but but leading up to that day, what happened? There was all kind of shit going down. See, that's the thing. That was the deliverance. The day of deliverance came, but it was all kind of hell happening in Egypt. And that's what we're seeing right now. It's already begun. It's not like we're waiting on it. At this point, we're just telling you that, hey, it's happening. Here's this, here's that. The plagues have begun. And the ultimate plague is going to be when Yahushua returns and the missiles come. That's the ultimate plague, the missiles. But the plagues have begun already, man. The birth pains have begun. However you want to put it, paint the picture, it's begun. All right? Go ahead.
For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Okay? Cannot be expressed. Can't put it in words. Yeah. Therefore, unrighteous souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness.
Yeah, picture that, man. The Egyptians, the ones that ruling over us, were shut up in their houses because they oppressed us, right? Yeah, the more they oppressed us, the more we grew. But they were shut up in their own houses, hurt. and all them plagues was happening. Oh Lord, you know, Moses and Aaron were telling them, "Yo, all right, you don't do this, it's gonna happen. You don't do that, it's gonna happen." And now that who's in the stead of Moses and Aaron? The prophets.
Right
the
now,
prophets of the Lord that you mock and scoff at. Go ahead.
For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with the bonds of a long night, lay there exiled from the eternal province. And then it says, for while they supposed to lie, Slakia, while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered unto a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions.
Yeah, because the darkness was so thick. I forgot what if it says you could feel it or something like that. Roughly paraphrasing, that's how thick the darkness was, man. And that's why the Lord said you had to be in the house in that time. That's why you had to be in the house, man, because the darkness came over the land. It was so thick that you could feel it. That's how thick the darkness was, man. You ever seen a darkness like that? You will soon. You will soon.
Yeah, man. Because they thought they were they thought they were sweet. They hid thinking that their sins, they could lie in their sins secret, their sins were unobserved. Well, that's when the Lord started bringing terrible visions upon them.
And it said apparitions as well. Apparitions go into seeing things. You know what they call that in modern day? Psychotic. You're a psycho. What's another term for it? Schizophrenic.
Demons, you see.
That's not a. We agree with that. There is a such thing as schizophrenia. Seeing things that are not really there. It's called apparitions. You're looking at the Lord opens up your mind and look into the other dimension, and them demons manifest themselves and plague you. They fuck with you. They might smack you or just taunt you over your bed or whatever the case may be. That's a real thing. Most people on the planet have experienced some form of schizophrenia, or whether it be a nightmare. They thought it was a nightmare, but it was real. But that's just the Lord opening up your pineal gland, and allowing you to see into this other dimension, to see these spirits to fuck with you. So imagine when the Lord opens your mind up to that, when the plagues are here, there's no food, you ain't ate. I'm present a scenario. You have not had a meal in 2 days. You're thirsty as hell. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden you're trying to go to sleep and demons start plaguing you and you actually seeing them. What you gonna do? Who you gonna call?
Cover your head. Ghostbusters. You're gonna be in a fetal position in the corner of your room, scared as hell. And I'm gonna keep reading because it gets spookier. It says, verse 4: For neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear, but noises of waters falling down sounded about them. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's one thing. Like rushing waters.
You're gonna be hearing shit that's not really there. Imagine hearing rushing waters, because if you hear rushing waters, it's a loud noise. You buy like a what's it called? A waterfall, not a waterfall, waterfall, or a streaming river. It's loud. It makes noise. Water makes noise. So imagine that you're in the dark room bugging out, hearing shit. And then scenes, man, these people gonna lose their damn minds. Especially when they haven't eaten.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's probably why they're gonna be seeing these.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is crazy, bro. The Lord's got it all set up. So it says, but noises of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances. So that like you again with the apparitions, you seeing visions, people with sad countenances, people just looking, through, that's gonna put you in a state of sad
countenance.
Yeah, that sad countenance. Imagine seeing that. We don't believe in ghosts or nothing like that, but you get these people that it's spirits and demons. Yeah, spirits. It's not like. Yeah, it's not like that person's spirit is still here.
Casper, the ghost. Yeah, it's not no Casper. Those are spirits. There's the angels and demons. Yeah, that
Mhm.
whether they be on the right hand side or whether they be on the left hand side, that's what it is. A spirit. It's an angel or a demon, which is demon is nothing more than an angel on the left hand side.
It's
But
still an angel at the end of the
yeah.
day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's saying like if someone dies, the spirit is roaming the earth. That that don't exist.
He here for his revenge or whatever the fuck. Unfinished business.
However, people see those things, there's specters or apparitions, and people see those things, man. And imagine seeing that, okay, in the time of great trouble when you don't know you have all this crazy stuff happening around you, and then you see someone with bags under their eyes, scared and then it disappears, something like that. Hey, that's gonna bug you out.
But like you said, the scripture said the sad countenance, like you said before that's that being in that feeble position. You're in the feeble position, you ain't gonna be in a sad countenance, crying snot boogers and shit.
Bubbles. Yeah.
It's not bubbles, and you're not gonna know which way to turn, man. What to do? Because there's gonna be so much attacking you. Like I think we mentioned this at camp. All your senses are gonna be being attacked.
Oh yeah,
in these times that we're talking about, your the five senses, as they say, the touch, smell, sight, hearing, all of that is going to be attacked. You're going to be overwhelmed with chaos, man. That's what we're trying to warn you about. If you don't want to go through that, because we got to go, we're going to have you be amongst it, but we don't have to go because all these things that are coming is for the wicked. But go ahead, brother.
Hey, you said it. And that's in Sirach, the 40th chapter. All these things are for the wicked. They ain't for us. Verse 5. And read this. It says, no power of the fire might give them light.
Not even the fire. No light. The fucking what they call LED bulbs. None of that would be able to go through this darkness that was going down in that time.
And it might be on. That's the crazy thing about it. The light might be on, but it ain't gonna illuminate the room.
That's crazy. Imagine that.
Bro,
that's a darkness that you don't want to experience, bro.
That's hell, man.
And that's what the darkness that's coming, though. That's the darkness that's coming, and only the elect will be hid under the Lamb's blood, like in the ancient Passover, the first Passover. Only those that were covered by the blood escape that. Come on, man. Go ahead, though.
Word. And it says, no power of the fire might give them light. Neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten the horrible night. So not even the stars of the sky, not even the celestial bodies of the sky are gonna be able to shine light upon you in that day. You're gonna be all by yourself in pure heavy darkness. Okay, and again, like the brother Ash is saying, your senses are gonna be just completely assaulted. So you're hearing, gonna hear things that may or may not be there. You're gonna see things that may or may not be there. All right, taste things, smell things, feel things, the whole thing. It's gonna be a hard time for you. Okay, but the elect is gonna be spared from all that. Okay, from all that trouble. It says, only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful, for being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not. I'll read that again. Verse 6. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful. So if anything, you're gonna see a dreadful fire that was kindled of his own self. All right, where did that come from? For being much terrified, they thought the things that they saw to be worse than the sight that they saw not. So
yeah, what verse are you at, Art?
That's verse 6.
6, okay, good.
Mm-hmm. That's verse 6, and then verse 7. As for the illusions of art magic, they were put down.
Yeah, which was because remember the art magic was being done when they would come up against Pharaoh. When Moses and Aaron would come, they would try to recreate it, which is the art magic that you see today. It's technology. Okay. Yeah, pretty much, and that was that time. That was in their day technology. Left hand side. Well, that shit failed them, just like it's going to fail them this time. The modern day Egyptians. We are in spiritual Egypt, aren't we? Yeah. See, this is why you got to read these scriptures and really see it. Yeah. It's all failing them, man. This is beautiful, though. It's beautiful theme. Beautiful theme.
Yeah. The illusions of the art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace.
Yeah,
Okay,
where's the wise men of teaming?
yeah, where's the wise men of teaming? They're gonna be disgraced because all the things that they put their trust in, all this technology out here, especially all you Babylonians, it's gonna fail you in that day. Okay, you're gonna be plagued. You're gonna be shamed. What that scripture say in Isaiah 30, trust in Egypt, is their shame. So roughly paraphrasing, it says verse 8, for they that promise to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul.
Yeah, and that's the just trust the science. You don't have to die.
Yeah,
that's modern days. We going thousands of almost 3,000 years, if not more than that. Now we fast forward into now. We telling you what it is. These niggas on TV, this is the same shit they were doing. You don't have to die. Just take the juice. But what they're trying to comfort you with their science, or which is witchcraft. Okay, the medical system, all that is witchcraft. And what were they trying to tell the people? That it was gonna read it again, because they're pretty much trying to comfort the people. Be like, oh, this is not gonna happen. Whoop-de-whoop, you're gonna be good. But it failed. When that death angel came, it all failed. And who's that death angel? Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Verse 8 was Solomon 17, verse 8. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul.
They promised. Oh, see, we got the answers. Just trust it. They promised to drive away these things. We're gonna as long as we get over the curve and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says promise to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul. Were sick themselves of fear. Worthy to be laughed at.
Hey, let them stand down in their enchantments, right? As the say. So what them niggas telling you them lies gonna be shook. They gonna be the shook ones, as Mob Deep said.
And the last part it says,
how the hell are they gonna come for you?
They're gonna be sick themselves with fear. And it says worthy to be laughed at. And
we laughing at it now.
We're gonna be doing the laughing. And you quoted the scripture of stand out with thy enchantments, with that, your prognosticators and all that. We're gonna be laughing, saying that, mocking you. Okay, because
it goes back to or not goes back to, but that an account is with Elijah and the 400 something prophets of Baal.
Oh yeah,
he was mocking their asses. Yeah. You got on vacation? Where you at?
Yeah, he's talking shit.
Yeah, and that's we doing that now, man. With it, because Esau be watching us, man. Hurt as a motherfucker. Misinformation. That means they had to watch it to get to that conclusion.
Now you got all types of spirits on you now.
Mm-hmm.
It says, verse 9, for though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that passed by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear, denying that they saw them. It says,
fear, bro. That's a scary thing, bro. You imagine that you just have a heart attack because you so scared.
That's a horrible way to die, bro. That's a terrible way to die. Terror.
Because you're gonna suffer. It's not gonna be quick. Help! I fall. I can't get up.
You're gonna be so terrified that your heart give out on you. You covering your head. No.
Scared to death. Literally.
Your eyes are closed. You still see stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is what the Lord is bringing upon you assholes out here, man. The Lord's gonna make you. Hey, you close your eyes, you're still gonna see it. Hey, you close your ears, you're still gonna hear it.
Yep.
You're still gonna feel this.
You might feel roaches or spiders crawling all over you. It's not really there. It might not be there though. That's the shit. People gonna just die from fear, bro. Man's heart failing them.
Tentacle monster or something come get you.
Wait till Leviathan comes, man. See, Leviathan, man, he gonna change the earth when he come out.
I'm telling you, man, this is a time that's coming upon the earth soon. All this is in the Bible. Leviathan's a real thing. Okay.
Godzilla, like the first Godzilla, the Japanese dude. He was like, when he was on his deathbed, he was like, Godzilla. Oh, that was my favorite scene in the movie.
Yeah, Japanese.
Fucking goop. Well, go ahead though.
Word, man. This is crazy, man. Like reading it, man. It says, though I'll read that verse 9 again. For though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts
See,
that
there you go. It said no. So
thing.
pretty much he wasn't really there.
It wasn't there. Yeah.
He wasn't really there. But they were still dying, bro. That's the shit.
Thing.
That's called schizophrenia. They'll put you in the loony bin for that.
And us, us being protected through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, us being protected, we're going to be witnesses to you people bugging out like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're going to see and feel all those things, but we're going to be like, oh, what the fuck?
Yep. And I'll speak for my, what I used to do. Some things I used to do in the world. I've seen these things, and trust me, you don't want to be there, bro. It's some fearful things. Some shit that change your life. It thankfully changed my life for the better, but you don't want to see these things that are not really there, but they are there. If like the scripture is saying, they're not really there, but you're still going to perceive them. And somebody next to you might be like, what the this nigga bugging out. But
the Lord,
they're not.
So like, you have to cut you off. I'm going to say the Lord does give us those visions in the world sometimes, just so we can refer back to them to be like, oh shit, that's what these on a level higher than that, because Jake got a taste of it, right. But you people of the world, you might die of fear from that. Okay, that's what we're saying. That's what the scriptures are saying. And what did it be laughed at? It says, I'll read that again because you made that point. For though no terrible thing, for though no terrible thing did fear them, because there was really nothing there, like the brother's saying, yet being scared with beasts that passed by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear, denying that they saw the air.
And real quick, that's the sense, your hearing sense, like I mentioned earlier, through the spirit. Your all your senses are going to be bombarded. Well, that's your hearing. Whoa, you don't want to. Once you're hearing, because hearing is very important. What happens when something blows up next to you? Or gun goes off. That shit throws you off. So imagine you being bombarded through your hearing, just your hearing. You just hearing shit. That shit'll drive a man mad. So imagine you hear animals. It's like you in the zoo. You're like, stop, bro. It's gonna be bad times for you people. We trying to warn you about what's coming. See, because we talking about famine and civil unrest and all these things. But what happens when the demons start fucking with you personally, man? That's what we telling you about. They're not coming for us, Lord's will. We trying to do what the Lord telling us to do. Yeah, they come for you people that reject the word of the Lord.
Fuck this. I ain't trying to deal with this shit. It says scared with beasts that pass by beasts. Big ass animals or monsters.
Stampede.
Stampede or something. Imagine that. You think you're gonna get ran over. You keep hearing, you probably feel the vibration of the hooves. You covering your body.
In the position. And we laughing, but hey, did you just read? We gonna laugh?
Yeah, it says that. So it's prophecy. And hissing of serpents. And you got snakes. Everybody's scared of snakes.
Ooh,
snakes in the dark.
Serpents, scorpions, spiders. All those poisonous things people are horrified of.
Centipedes.
Shit, even bees and wasps people are horrified of, man. So imagine when you hear that or the rattlesnake, you're gonna be bugging out, bro. You're just gonna die.
Your worst fear. Your worst fear is.
Yeah, exactly. And that's if the Lord allows you to die from that, man. Right. You might just have to deal with it till the missiles drop.
Just go crazy. You're a fucking basket case.
And we say that we laughing, but hey, that's why we doing what we doing, because we scared to go through that, man. We're fearful to fall to the hands of the Most High. Go ahead, though.
I don't like that. It says they died for fear, denying that they saw the air,
denying. Go ahead, though.
Which could of no side be avoided.
You can't avoid it. Once the Lord sends them angels to fuck you up, you can't avoid it. You can run in the closet. You can turn the lights on, turn the lights off. It don't matter. You in there for the ride now, boy.
Yeah, you scared to even look at the air, because you think you look at the air, you're gonna see something. You're gonna open your eyes. You're gonna see some boogeyman.
Yeah.
The monster. It
And
says,
then even if you close your eyes, you might be seeing shit. So what are you gonna do? Open your eyes, close your eyes. What you gonna do?
what's going to be? You open your eyes, you're going to see something worse. You can close your eyes, you're going to, you know what? Yeah, you can't escape it. You can't avoid it.
That's the
It
map of
says,
them plagues, part of them plagues, man. Go ahead.
verse 11, for wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous. I had to look that word up. And being pressed with conscience always forecasteth grievous things.
Mhm.
For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offereth.
So a fear is just a betraying of your body, pretty much.
Reasoning, yeah.
Yeah, just it pretty much it's betrayal. You know, it's not really there. That's why they say, you know, again going back to that psychotic niggas or not psychotic
Psychosis.
what do they call it?
You said schizo.
Schizos. There you go. Yeah. So they that's what it is. You become schizophrenic. You know, you see shit that's not really there. Everybody else looking around and you over there. Hey, he's in the corner.
You can't be reasoned with now.
But it's a deceive you. The fear is deceiving you. You know, your senses aren't helping you. They're fighting against you.
It's exaggerating the things that those that are in the right mind ain't gonna be able to understand it unless you in the truth. Like he's going through Wisdom of Solomon 17 right now. Mm-hmm. We'll be able to see that. But yeah, you just gonna be no reasoning with you. There's no comforting you. It says
because once you get to that point, it's over, man. Because you enter into another reality. I'm telling you, I've experienced this in the world. Before I came into the truth, it's a whole another playing field, man. Telling you, I'm here to tell you and warn you. You don't want to experience this. At least the Lord's will. I'll be part of that number of the elect. The Lord took me from that, and allowed me to experience it. But He got me through it. But I'm telling you, you people don't want to experience shit like that.
And this is coming from a brother that he's telling you out of what's the word, experience, man. You get with the Lord. Get with us, man. Rest with us, man, because the Lord might have mercy on you. Just might have mercy on you. But if you continue on in the path you're going on right now, just in the world, the Lord's not gonna have mercy on you. You're gonna be overtaken possibly by this.
Yeah, because you're an Egyptian. At this point, you indulging in America. You love America, whatever the case may be. You are an Egyptian. So this was happening to the Egyptians.
Good point.
So hey. Only I'll say it again. Only the ones covered with the blood of the Lamb is going to be escaping this, and not all Israel is covered with the blood of the Lamb. Go ahead.
Verse 13, and the exception from within, being less, counted the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment.
So I read that again, Babu Sean.
Verse 13, and the exception from within, being less, counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment.
Mm-hmm. So they were going off of their own shit more than what was really happening. People will lie to themselves to make themselves feel better. In other words, go ahead.
Because you prefer the ignorance of what causes you don't even want to know. And it says, verse 14, but they sleeping the same sleep but they sleeping the same sleep that night, which was indeed intolerable.
Intolerable.
Going through all that, man. You trying to,
you hear, because you got to remember, people could hear the cries in the distance. It was all kind of, the firstborns were being taken, all kind of shit. People were crying. It was a voice going out, so to say, sorrow. While the elect were in the house praying, and having them being passed over, It
says, and which came upon them out of the bottom of the inevitable hell, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions.
Wow. So you again, I mentioned Ghostbusters again.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody coming to the rescue to zap the ghost or the spirits. You're gonna have to live with it.
You're gonna forget, even if your phone did work, you're gonna forget how to use that motherfucker. You're gonna be so goddamn bugged out.
And you're gonna see some things you never thought. But I'm telling you, when the Lord opens your mind up to that different realm, so to say, or dimension, you people are gonna be bugged out.
Yeah, to
Because
you, your
it's gonna
phone
be
might.
scary. Because it's gonna be demons fucking with you, man. And they don't even have to touch you. They can just fuck with you. You know, like you said, you wake up, you open your eyes.
You might grab. You trying to grab your phone to call somebody to call for help. Your phone turned into a tarantula or something to you.
It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. And your phone's right back together. Yeah. Like, oh shit, man. I'll say this, man. I'm telling you, I say this from experience. I've seen my hands melt before. You don't want to see shit like that, bro. I'm telling you. You know, and Tuwadi Habashamasai for taking me away from that life and bullshit ways. But I'm telling you, I'm here for a reason. You don't want to see shit like that, bro. And so imagine somebody apparition terrorizing you. You, like the brother said earlier, your worst fears come to life. Freddy Krueger on Elm Street ain't got shit on what the Lord's bringing.
Right. Turned up. It says, we're partly vexed with monstrous apparitions and partly fainted, the heart failing them for sudden fear and not look for came upon them, because you couldn't even imagine this stuff happening, but yet here it is happening right before you, and you're paralyzed with fear, and you're losing your mind, you're losing your sense of self, and there's nothing can comfort you. Everything you look at is terrifying you. All right, that's what's going to happen to certain people here in the United States of America, aka Babylon, aka Egypt. Okay, this place here is going to get played with this. Okay, this is all spiritual, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen like this, and the elect gonna be looking at it like, oh, these people are really bugging out. Hey, people got the serpent sauce. You got the towers put up. Who knows what all types of stuff. The CERN, all these things are happening. Okay, it's all good. The Lord is setting it up so that
Pandora's box has been opened.
Yeah, Pandora's box is all set up. The Lord has got everything set up, so that day comes, we're gonna know what it is. You're not. Boom. Verse 16. So then, whosoever there fell down was straight.
Quote it again. Art. Quote it.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 16. So then, whosoever there fell down was straitly kept, shut up in a prison without iron bars. For whether
shut up in a prison without iron bars. So you're gonna be in a prison in your mind. That's what it is. A prison in your mind. See, because now, man, that shit's crazy. You're gonna be in prison in your own mind because it's just gonna be happening. And that's just the shit, the mental shit that's gonna be going on. What about the shit that's going on in the world where niggas is looking for food? It's gonna be a bad time here in America, boy.
Well, it says the scriptures say there's gonna be a time worse than ever there's ever been a nation on the earth. Mm-hmm. So this sounds like that
horrible, but that's nothing compared to what's about to happen.
This fits that description, man. This is all happen. This is all gonna happen. So yeah, it says shut up in a prison without iron bars. Like the brother said, you stuck in your mind, you stuck in your own self, your own body, and that's failing you. Your mind is going nuts, and again, no comfort. Verse 17, for whether he were a husbandman, like a farmer, or a shepherd, or a laborer in the field, he was overtaken and endured that necessity which could not be avoided, for they were all bound with one chain of darkness. So everybody's going through that, and no matter what your trade is or whatever the case is, okay, the Lord's gonna put you through this this thing, okay, and this plague. Here's a good one, verse 18. Whether it were a whistling wind or a melodious noise of birds among the spreading branches, or a pleasing fall of water running violently.
There you go. That's what we were talking about earlier. The waterfall, the river, bro. It might be the running water violently, a pleasing fall. A pleasing fall. So yeah, it sounds smooth and you can go to sleep to it until your ass is getting plagued. Then it don't sound cool.
Like, what is that water?
And you gotta picture this. Close your eye. You don't know what's going on. You can't see shit. It's pitch darkness, and all you hear is running waters, bro.
Turn your lights off
Go
for this
ahead.
picture of running waters. But why is there running water in my room? What's going on here? Why isn't it stopping? You hear, and then it said what? Melodious noise of birds among the spreading branches. Just birds.
Think of some crows. Some crows. It didn't say what kind of bird, but think of crows doing that. That's one of my judgments for Esau and the kingdom. I'm gonna put him in a room
I know
with
that's
dark
your shit.
full of crows, so he can hear that all day.
Flapping their wings,
Yeah,
flying in your face, but there's nothing touching you. You scared you flapping
all day, every day. Stop it! Go ahead.
Stop it, Esau. Stop it! I said stop it. Nope. It says or a pleasing fall 19. Of water running. Yeah, I'm reading the end of 18. Or a pleasing fall of water running violently, or verse 19, or a terrible sound of stones cast down. The boulders falling. Like you think you about to get hit by a bunch of stones or something like that. They rolling down a landslide.
Avalanche.
Yeah.
Right. Mudslide, landslide. That's a horrible thing. Because remember, when these things happen, these natural disasters, as they say, happen, you hear it. You know, you could actually hear these things, the land breaking and shit. That shit is a fearful, just not even seeing it. If you just would be able to hear it, it's a fearful thing. And you just gonna hear it and it's not actually happening. How much more is it a fearful thing?
That's pretty worse, man. Like, what the hell is going on with me? Yeah, and this is loud, okay? And you know, we're talking about boulders and rolling down from hills that don't exist. Okay,
exactly.
It says, or running that could not be seen of skipping beasts, or a roaring of most savage wild beasts.
Yeah, it says it cannot be seen. That's the point. It cannot be seen.
And then you hear monsters, and you know, it says, I'm gonna read that part again. It says, or running that could not be seen. Okay, that point of skipping beasts. So
that which is a stampede. Stampede, pretty much. Yep.
Yeah. So wildebeest come running by you or something like that, but you can't see it.
Right. And if brothers don't know, you know, most of us never. Well, all of us really. The majority of, I say 99.9% of us never experienced a stampede. Best thing you can look to see that is the Lion King. The earth shake.
Watch a movie or some shit.
Yeah, the earth is gonna be shaking when a stampede happens, bro. Literally, you know. So picture that. Go ahead.
Or a roaring voice of most savage wild beasts.
Yep.
Again, you can't see the beast.
Imagine a lion or all you hear is wild beast. You're roaring. I'm telling you, man, you don't want to be partakers of this because you're gonna bug out and die.
Most savage wild beast, bro. Like this, or this roaring. You looking around over your shoulder, everything's dark. You can't. You think you're about to get devoured.
But you in your room. You might be in your room somewhere.
Under the covers. Yeah. Or a rebounding echo from the hollow mountains.
So you're just gonna keep hearing say, ha ha ha. Gotcha.
Also Michael Myers shit.
Yeah. The Jason. Remember Jason? Go ahead.
These things made them to swoon for fear. Right? Ooh. Yeah, man. For the whole world shined with clear light, and none were hindered in their labor.
Yeah, the whole world talking about the Israelites. As the Israelites were good, the Egyptians going through this shit. They were good. They didn't go through the darkness. The darkness fell upon the Egyptians, and that's coming again. And that through the spring party, how about some Messiah, the elect this time, you know. While all this is happening, the elect gonna be good in the sunshine.
Sunshine. And it says, verse 21, the last verse. Over them only was spread in heavy night. Only them. Okay. Who's the them? The them is the Egyptians. Or in this case, the Babylonians, you Americans, you 2/3 of you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and the rest of you nations that dwell out here. All right, who the Lord wants to plague you with this. It says over them only was spread in heavy night. an image of that darkness which should afterward receive them, but yet were they unto themselves more grievous than the darkness.
Damn.
That's what's going to come for you, okay? But unto the nation of Israel, we're going. What did it say? A brilliant light. I forgot what it said already.
Clear light.
A clear like the water.
Yep.
You see? So, call Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai. So, and the light right now for us is this truth. So we stay in this truth.
Yahweh, man. Which remember, Yahweh was there when this was going on in ancient Egypt, man. He was that death angel.
That death angel.
Yep.
Right? And he's the death angel's coming to make that second return again. All right. He's coming with an army. All right. And everybody's going to see him. Everybody's going to see him. You're going to see what this is. And we told you about this. Okay. So this is a taste of things to come right here. Okay. Yeah, it sounds crazy and bugged out and spooky, but you know what? It's not so far-fetched when you think about the state of the world right now, how things are set up. And again, people on psychosis and schizos and everything out there. Everybody's going to turn into that. Everybody's going to turn into a schizophrenic.
Everybody's already here in America. I forgot what the percentage is, but a lot of people are on fucking drugs,
meds,
pharmaceuticals.
So,
and them shit's gonna backfire on your ass. You thought it was helping you with your pain or whatever, anxiety or whatever the fuck you taking it for. That shit gonna backfire your ass when you can't take it no more.
Told you, man. We told you, bro. Yeah, you might try to kill yourself. You're gonna try to kill yourself and then a gun jam or something, or you shoot yourself and you still don't die. This is all written in the scriptures, man. The Lord got it for you people, man, because you brought so much hell upon the Israelites, upon the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. The Lord's gonna give it to you, man. He's gonna give it to you bad. All right. And we pray that we don't get taken by stuff like this. And we don't believe we are. Okay. We have faith that the Lord's gonna have mercy on us and all you brothers out there that believe, and you sisters out there that believe. The Lord ain't gonna put you through this.
Okay? Hey, we believe we're in that clear light. Which that clear light is going to have you separated from the darkness that comes upon Egypt.
Yeah, so stay. Yes, I can finish your thought.
No, I was going to say you can close this out.
Okay, yeah, man. So keep your stay in the truth. Keep praying to Yahweh Shem Yahshai. You brothers that are within the body. To stay in order, do what you have to do, according to your measure. And turn up if you can, do better. You brothers and sisters that are just listening and learning, continue to pray for more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Pray for more faith, patience, and those and the like. All those spiritual attributes that are going to get you through the time of trouble that we're reading about today, because it's real. It's not. We laugh and joke, but it really isn't a joke. Okay, this is going to happen, and we all going to have to deal with it to a certain level. So just pray that the Lord is with you, brothers and sisters. All right. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, giving double honors to the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who've been ruling and teaching well for decades. To you brothers out there that have been pushing the word in truth and sincerity, week in and week out, day in and day out. And to you brothers and sisters listening and learning, and the children, shalom.
Shalom.
Shit. Savage beasts.